What's going on, guys? ChaseWins.com, and it is Tuesday, the 18th of January. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Sorry there was no free play video yesterday. Guys, as a lot of you already know what we talked about in one of the later videos last week, as well as what we sent out in the email blast and everything for Saturday and then again on Sunday, is that, you know, in the Charlotte metro region, we don't get a lot of snow, obviously, and thank God, because I'm not a fan of it. But usually once or twice a year, you'll see a little bit of snow, you know, a couple flurries here and there. And then once every so often, every 4 or 5 years maybe, you'll get some pretty decent snow. Well, after, you know, having not seen a single flurry all year, they started calling for it last week, where we were going to be potentially hit by that big winter storm that was coming through the Midwest and then was going to come down and then make its way back up towards the Northeast. And their predictions came true. On the way back from Chapel Hill Saturday night, after the Tar Heels absolutely obliterated the Yellow Jackets, just as we predicted and enjoyed watching. I guess about, I don't know, maybe about an hour from home, it started snowing. And when I mean snowing, it was snowing. And it snowed from then all the way through until basically daylight. We were told to expect, you know, 3 to 4 inches total, with about an inch of ice that would start accumulating the following morning. Well, we got about 7 inches, and then about 2.5, maybe even 3 inches of ice that went on until early to mid-afternoon on Monday. And then once the ice stopped, it started pouring snow again for another 3 or 4 hours. So we got absolutely just blasted by a winter storm, something that obviously we're not accustomed to getting. So obviously schools, businesses, everything was closed to start the week. Told the staff to stay home, do not get out, you know, in the weather and trying to make your way downtown. Did the same thing for today, and we're going to do the same thing for tomorrow. Everybody should be back in the office working as normal on Thursday. Now they're saying that we could potentially get another storm coming through late Friday, early Saturday. This weekend won't be near as bad, but still enough to kind of keep you at home for a couple of days. So just appreciate everybody bearing with us. You know, work's been going on as normal. Plays have been getting put out like normal. We haven't skipped a beat. It's just with everybody working remotely, and obviously not everybody having the resources at their house that they would, you know, by being in the office, it's taken a little bit longer, you know, to get all of my research done so I can get plays out, as well as myself and the rest of the staff getting back through all emails and DMs and so on and so forth. It just takes a little bit longer, so I appreciate the patience that everybody's given. For those of you that have not shown patience, just bear with us. We're doing the best we can. Again, everybody's working from home, trying to get things done as fast as normal and keep the winning going day in and day out like we have. So since the last time you saw us, obviously we told you about the big mega pass that we had for the wild card weekend. So that was every wild card game that we were going to have plays in, from premium plays, prop bets, team props, player props, you know, any leans, top plays, as well as there would be a game of the week for one of those games. So getting into Friday, obviously everybody knows that Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday were incredible last week, picking up, you know, over in that 3-day span, we picked up over 24 units of profit. You know, even with one bad day in the mix, and I say bad day, if you played every play that we had, it actually wasn't really a bad day. I mean, yeah, you dropped a couple of units, but you talk about the almost 30 units that you would have picked up the 2 days prior, you know, it didn't mean anything. And then getting in, we did not have any NBA plays for a day, and then we had one, you know, day, the first day of 2022 on Friday, where we lost money in the NBA by dropping 2 plays. I think we went 2-1, and so that was the first losing day, the first day where any money was lost in the NBA so far for this entire year. And then, but the good thing about that was, you know, it was bound to happen. You're going to have losing days at some point in time, so you can't prevent it. It's going to happen, you know, whether it be, you know, in small fractions like we do, where you have a random, you know, split day, or you drop a play or something every so often. But it's bound to happen. You can't win every single play every single day. So we had that one day where we dropped a unit, about I mean, just shy of a unit and a half. But then we come back, and what do? We swept the board in the NBA on Saturday. We swept the board in the NBA on Sunday, and we killed it. Underdog plays, as always, picking up big plus money line plays that we sent out on the YouTube channel. So a great day overall. The wild card mega pass was a success. We picked up in the Raiders and the Raiders and the Bengals game, the very first game for the wild card, and then later that night we had the Bills game. We cashed in on the Bills. We cashed in on Josh Allen over 1.5 touchdown passes. We cashed in with the Raiders going over in the first half. We did drop one prop play on the Raiders, but we also picked up 3 other prop plays, one of them being a top play. So a great day on Saturday, ton of profit made. Then we get into Sunday. We pick it up on Tom Brady's touchdown overs. We pick it up on Rob Gronkowski scoring an anytime touchdown. We pick it up on Rob Gronkowski's over his interception rates. We picked up Tom Brady, his pass attempts. We took over 35.5 there, cashed in. It was close, but we cashed that one in as well. And then our game of the week was actually the Buccaneers. At the time we released it on Saturday, they were -8. We told everybody to, instead of just laying the 8 and taking -105, to take it down a full point and go -7 at -130. Now, with all of our people that bought it on Saturday, I mean, there was just a ton of people flooding it in, taking those -7s, and enough money came in on the Buccaneers, plus whatever other people out there that were taking the Buccaneers, pushed the line down to -7 by about 8 a.m. Sunday morning. So for the people that bought it on Sunday, from first thing that morning up until game time, you didn't have to buy anything down because you got it at -7. Either way, the Buccaneers started from the very get-go. I mean, they put up 3 scores in like it was nothing. 2 touchdowns and a field goal. I mean, it seemed like just within the first few minutes. First 3 possessions, they went out there and took care of business. And from that point there in the first quarter, you knew it was over. They ended up destroying the Eagles. So it was an easy game of the week winner there. We did take the Cowboys, and that one, it's one of those things where I think Dallas was the better team, but they are a cursed playoff team, so we dropped that one. And then we get into last night's game where we did drop our overplay, but we picked up Stafford on a prop on his over touchdowns. We picked up Odell at +185, cashing in on an anytime touchdown. So with all of your props that we cashed, we still picked up about 1.5 units in profit there, to make it just over 10 units of profit throughout the wild card weekend from Saturday to Monday. And overall, a great weekend, a fantastic week overall. What I'm going to do is, once we get back in the office, I'll break everything down by sport and tell you what the profit was in each individual sport for last week, Monday to Sunday, as well as what the overall profit was when you combine everything, to let you know if you would have played every game that we had last week, whether it be you're on an all-access pass or whether you had bought just a normal all-sports week pass and then purchased the big game separately, what you would have made in terms of profit, and how crazy you are to not be with us and keep missing out. So, give you an idea. Oh, and yesterday we had one play in NCAA basketball. It was a very, very small card day. There wasn't a lot of action going on, but we found one play on Florida A&M. That was an easy winner. We had one play in the NHL, and that was in the late game. We took the Penguins and the Golden Knights over. That was an easy winner. So swept in college basketball, swept in the NHL. And then the only thing that we did drop, we did take the Spurs as a dog yesterday. That one did not cash. So, it is what it is. But when you count what we made as far as last night goes in the wild card game between the Cardinals and the Rams, as well as sweeping the board in college basketball and the NHL, it was another day where we made money. Didn't make as many units as we're used to, making anywhere from 8 to 15 units in a day. But profit is profit, guys. We say that 1,000 times over. If you go to bed with more money in your pocket than you woke up with, then it was a successful day, because it doesn't matter the win-loss record. It doesn't matter, your percentages or anything like that. The only thing that matters now and forever is profit. Profit, profit, profit. That's it. And that's all we focus on. So, but one thing that we do have, I'm going to give you a free play for tonight, but we do have a game of the week coming up. There's there is potential for 2 big releases for Wednesday. Now, right now, we've already locked in one for Wednesday in the NHL. The other one we were looking at was in college basketball. Now, that one, I love the game. I love the situation. I love everything about it. But because there's no line yet, we don't know that the line's going to come out, you know, presenting any value, something in the range that I want it. And if it does, that means that there'll be 2 big plays for tomorrow. But because we have to kind of say, all right, well, we don't know what the line's going to be. Maybe the odds makers are, you know, kind of spot on this one where it should be versus where it should be based on public perception of what things have gone on. So instead of waiting until tomorrow morning to see what, you know, transpires with that, and if there is an extra play, decided we were going to go ahead and release the NHL one, because that is a for sure thing. There's already a line on that. And there is 2 games going tomorrow in the NHL that are on the early slate of games. You have a 7 p.m. game and a 7:30 game. The late game, I think, is at 10 or 10:30. I'm not going to tell you which of the games that it's in, but I will tell you that it is in the earlier slate of games. So it could be the 7 p.m. game. It could be the 7:30 game. So what we're going to do, just so we don't give it away, you have until 7 p.m. to purchase that game of the week play. That way, we know that you have plenty of time to jump on. We're going to take it down a few minutes before 7. So make sure that if you want to get on the game of the week, that you do so before 7 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesday. And that way you have time to not only make your purchase and get the play, but get your wager in before the puck drops so you can cash in with us. Now, if there is a secondary big play, game of the week or game of the month, because again, I love this game enough to where there's a 5-point swing that I could go with and still play this game. But if it comes out way in our favor, this could be a game of the month. If it comes out right where I think it should, it would be a game of the week. And if it comes out just a little bit south of that, then it would be something that would still be a daily top play, but just not be rated as high as a game of the week. So either way you want to cut it, it's going to be a game that I believe that we'll play. If something happens and it is going to be a game of the week or game of the month, there'll be an email blast first thing in the morning, as well as it'll be on tomorrow's video, and there'll be stuff put on social media, so on and so forth. But unless you hear me say it directly, then that means that, you know, it may have not made the cut for that big of a play, but there will at least be the NHL one. So we will not do a combo pass just because one's being released now, and if there is another one, it would be tomorrow. So if there is another one, there'll be a link where you can buy that one directly if you've already purchased the NHL. What I tell people is you can do what you want, but if you're gonna get on the NHL game of the week, you know you're gonna get on it, you know you want to play it, do not wait till tomorrow afternoon to buy it, just hoping to see if there is a basketball one too. Get it now, because this is one where I do see, especially when all of our All Access members already have to play and get their wagers in, plus all the people that are going to start buying it as soon as this video and email blast go out. If this is a line that could change. And in hockey, it doesn't take much for it to move odds enough to make the value go away. Or if you're playing something where you would be playing like a total, for instance, where it could, you know, make that total go up or down a half to a full point, and, you know, take it from a game of the week rated play to a game you wouldn't even play, period. So you want to make sure that you have all the value that you possibly can. We'll be watching the odds on this game very closely, and if it ever were to get out of hand, we'd take the purchase link down. But we will make sure that if you're purchasing it, you're able to get the correct amount of value just the way we want it, and you can cash in with us and do it with the correct amount of value there. So congrats on another huge week last week, guys. I cannot wait to get off to another week. We started off with not as much profit as we're used to per day, but again, if it's profit, it's a good day. So kick that off. We're going to keep it going on Tuesday, keep it going all week long. I cannot wait to see what happens for tomorrow with this game of the week and hopefully another one. And there is the potential for possibly a game of the year this coming later in the week towards the weekend. Obviously no line on the game yet, but based on what I've looked at, I don't see this line coming out to where it's not playable. It just depends on how much value we get out of it. to whether or not it would be rated as a game of the year, or if I'd back it down a little bit and just do a game of the month and, hold off for something better for a game of the year. But I mean, big potential there. And then obviously for those that missed out on the wild card mega pass that we had, it was $50, guys, and you got over 25 individual plays, a game of the week, multiple top plays, plenty of premium plays, and then a ton of half unit leans that were props that cashed one after the other. You got all of that for $50, every bit of it. So we will have something similar to that for round one of the playoffs that'll give you everything that we put out, as well as a game of the week if there is one that rates high enough. This coming weekend, we're going to keep studying those throughout the week. So be on the lookout, and we'll make it, we'll price it accordingly. So make sure you check that out. And then told everybody that I would do one special pass. Obviously, we took down the $3.99 passes for each individual sport, NBA, NHL, and college basketball. We took those down. They went back up to normal price, which this time of the year they go for $9.99, which is obviously a big discount, $500 off. We left the NBA pass up for one more day, or excuse me, the triple header pass for $9.99 that allows you to get every single one of them. So you're getting 3 for the price of 1, where you get the remainder of NHL, you get the remainder of NBA, and you get the remainder of college basketball. Every premium and daily top play from now until someone is crowned a champion in each one of those sports. So, mid-April on college basketball before it's over, you'll have late May, early June in hockey, and then a couple of weeks beyond that for NBA, and you'll get all that for $9.99. But if you just want one, you can do the NBA right now, which is the best in the country, red hot. Nobody's coming even close to us. You can do that for $399, same price. But what I'm going to include is, if you buy that $3.99 pass, DM me first on Twitter. It's in the description, and say, hey, I'm getting ready to go buy your pass. And I will make sure that as soon as you make your purchase, I also add to your account all of the games of the week, games of the month, games of the year for the remainder of the season in that sport. So that means not only do you get every premium and daily top play for the rest of NBA for literally 40%, so 60% off of what the price is right now, but you also get every game of the week, every game of the month, that from now until the NBA season is completely over, and you will also get whatever our game of the year is for this season in NBA. You'll get that as well, and you won't have to pay for it. That in and of itself is probably worth $700 to $1,000 and what you would pay to get all of them separately, because they don't come with a season pass. So think about that. Let's get you on a free play. I tell you what I like tonight, guys. Let me just double check a line here real quick based on what I had. I tell you what, Vancouver tonight taking on Nashville. The line's at 5.5, and the line's accurate, but I've told you how I feel about Nashville here recently and their totals. They're playing poor defense, but it's almost like they're getting better by the week at being able to put up their amount of goals, which is roughly about 3 per game. But the thing is, it seems like whatever they're going to be able to score that night, they're going to give up. And with Vancouver being the poor defensive team they are, and most people think they're a better defensive team on the road than they are at home, which, yeah, on paper they are, but it all depends on who they're playing. So it might fool you a little bit by looking at saying, well, God, on the road they're better defensively than they are at home. Well, that's because look at who they have been playing on the road recently versus at home. And so, of course, they've been able to stop teams that can't score anyway. This is a game where I think that if you actually take into consideration how the teams match up, what they've done here recently, their rest, their travel, everything, this is a 6 to a 6.5 point line all day long. And the fact that we're getting it at 5.5, I love it. You're going to lay $1.20, $1.15 to $1.20 to get it, but I'm going to take Nashville and Vancouver over 5.5 goals. And then if we go to the game right after that, well, I'll tell you what, no, I'm going to hold that one for a minute. We'll see. That one may end up on the premium card. That's one I'm still looking at. I was going to give it to you as a lean, but I'm pretty sure it's going to end up a premium play. There will be at least 2 top plays tonight. There will be a top play in the NHL going on late tonight, so make sure that you are on that. There very well could be 2 top plays going on tonight, and let's do 2 for the price of 1. So if you just want to get on the Just the top plays, no premium plays for what we have tonight. 25 bucks, you can get it. Has to be a profitable day or tomorrow's free. Or you can get on a 3, 7, or 30-day pass of your choice, and it comes with every premium and daily top play, so you would get them included. 3 days starting at only $49. Make sure you jump on that. $50 for the game of the week. Jump on that. Of course, it comes with the best pure profit guarantee in the business. You win or you get 3 days of all plays in all sports absolutely free, no questions asked. That's premium and daily top plays. And then your free premium play for today, we're going to go Vancouver and we're going to go Nashville over 5.5 goals, and that is in the NHL. And you know what? I'm going to throw one more free play out there, but you got to follow me on Twitter to get it. We'll throw it out at least 30 minutes before game time. It'll either be a college basketball game or an NHL game. So we'll see, depending on what I feel like as soon as I get stopped here. And I'll throw that out. So if you want a second free play, make sure you go follow me at PicksChase on Twitter. Go to chasewins.com and get signed up now. Like I said, there will be 2 top plays tonight. As I'm looking at these numbers here, it's almost inevitable. If I put a comment below that something has changed, you know, there you go. But if you don't hear anything different, there will be a double top play night tonight. 1 NHL play, 1 college basketball play. And the NHL, like I said, is going to be a little bit of a later game. College basketball will be sometime probably just after 8 p.m. I don't want to tell you what game it's in. So just be on the lookout for that. Make sure you get signed up by 8 p.m. if you're going to just buy the top plays, or jump on a 3, 7, or 30-day pass and you get everything and it won't matter. So jump on it, chasewins.com, Vancouver, Nashville, over 5.5 goals. That is your free play for tonight. I love you guys. We'll see you in the winner's circle for another day. Come get linked up, jump on board, get on the game of the week, and then make sure you jump on the NBA or that triple threat all sports pass, the NHL, college basketball, and NBA, the rest of the season passes for $9.99. And I'll tell you what I'll do. Anybody that buys that triple header pass from now until the time the game of the week starts tomorrow, I will give you the game of the week in the NHL absolutely free. And on top of that, if another game of the week happens tomorrow, or game of the month, who knows? If something happens tomorrow, because it is in college basketball, if that also takes place on the same day, you'll get that one for free as well. But you have to sign up for the triple header pass if you want that. Like I said, NBA $3.99, you get them included if you buy it from now until, we'll say, 5 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesday. So go to chasewins.com, choose whatever best fits your bankroll and what you intend to do so you can make money with us. Come get another secondary stream of income, something where you can make money week in and week out. You can treat it like a business. Play smart, wager smart, and we will make you the money and take care of everything else. Love you guys, and we'll see you in the winner's circle.